Ladies and gentlemen, discipline yourself. This simple yet profound truth can be the force that drives you forward, transforms your life, and ultimately defines who you are. It's not a matter of mere willpower or fleeting bursts of energy. It's about setting the foundation, laying the groundwork, and choosing to act in a manner that aligns with your highest potential day in and day out. It is the core of everything you will ever accomplish in life. At first glance, it may seem like something restrictive, but the truth is, it's the very thing that frees you to live a life of meaning and purpose. We live in a world where distractions are endless, where comfort is constantly within reach, and where convenience often overrides effort. In such a world, discipline is the light that guides you through the fog. It is the act of choosing what is necessary, even when you don't feel like it. It is deciding time and time again to follow through on what you know will bring you closer to who you want to become, even when that path is not the easiest. When you are disciplined, you lay the foundation for everything you wish to build. Think about it. If you don't structure your day, your tasks, your thoughts, your actions, what do you have? A chaotic existence where nothing gets accomplished. If you allow the whims of the moment to guide you, then you'll find yourself constantly reacting to life instead of creating your own path. Discipline doesn't just organize your time, it organizes your mind. When your environment and actions are intentionally crafted, you create space for the things that matter. You start to realize that with effort and consistency, you can build the kind of life you want, one that reflects your deepest values and long-term desires. Moreover, discipline is the means through which you cultivate strength of character. Every time you follow through on something that demands effort, you are reinforcing a part of your identity. You are telling yourself, I am the kind of person who does what I say I will do. This is not about achieving perfection. This is about the commitment to growth. When you choose discipline over comfort, you develop a sense of self-respect and inner strength that can never be taken from you. Over time, these small acts of self-mastery compound into something far more powerful than any single victory could ever be. Discipline is not a prison, it's the key to your liberation. It might sound contradictory, but the more you discipline yourself, the more control you have over your life. By prioritizing what's truly important, you gain the ability to direct your focus where it counts. The small sacrifices of today allow for the rewards of tomorrow. It's easy to be distracted by every fleeting impulse to seek out comfort when things are difficult. But when you stay disciplined, you begin to control your environment, your decisions, and ultimately your destiny. It's through discipline that you can break free from the tyranny of immediate gratification and instead create lasting change in your life. Consistency is the result of discipline, and it's the force that will carry you through even the toughest moments. It's not about being perfect, it's about being persistent. Every day that you continue to show up, you add another layer to your growth. It's the routine that builds momentum and the commitment to daily action that turns an ambitious dream into a concrete reality. The greatest accomplishments in history didn't happen through a single burst of effort. They happened because people chose to stay the course no matter how mundane, difficult, or uncomfortable the journey became. None of this is easy. Discipline demands sacrifice. The road you must travel is one that requires you to give up certain comforts, to step away from instant gratification, and to let go of distractions that do not serve you. It will often ask you to choose long-term success over short-term pleasure. But this is what true greatness is built on, the willingness to make those hard decisions again and again. And every time you do, you shape the person you are becoming. Finally, discipline strengthens your will. It's not just an act, but a way of becoming. When you consistently choose to act with purpose, you begin to understand the true power of your own potential. Each time you push yourself, you grow a little stronger. And it's in this growth that you begin to realize that your capacity to achieve, to endure, and to thrive is limitless. It's not about being someone you're not, but about being the person you were always meant to be, sculpted by the consistent choices you make. So, ladies and gentlemen, the key to a life well lived, a life of meaning and purpose, is discipline. It may not be easy, and it may require sacrifices, but it will be the most powerful force in your life. With discipline, you can shape your destiny, unlock your potential, and become the person you've always wanted to be. Every day is an opportunity to choose the path of discipline. Make that choice. Discipline is not about stifling freedom, it's about creating it. Many people think that discipline limits them, but in truth, it does the opposite. It is the very thing that enables you to take control of your life and make meaningful decisions. Without discipline, you become a slave to your impulses, your desires, and the unpredictable nature of life itself. With discipline, you take charge. You decide what is important, and you invest your time and energy where it truly matters. You stop being reactive and start being proactive. This is the kind of freedom that comes not from lack of responsibility, but from choosing to take responsibility for your life. When you discipline yourself, you begin to notice how your environment begins to reflect your inner commitment to growth. It's easy to allow your surroundings to be a mess, to let chaos reign, but when you choose order, you begin to clear a path toward achievement. This doesn't just apply to your physical environment, but to your mental and emotional states as well. Discipline gives you the mental clarity and focus to prioritize what truly matters, whether that's your health, your career, or your relationships. When you commit to discipline, you create an internal environment that is aligned with your highest goals, and that in turn shapes your external reality. But discipline requires more than just planning. It demands consistent action over time, regardless of the circumstances. The difference between success and failure is often not about talent or intelligence, but about the willingness to continue doing the hard work day in and day out, even when you don't feel like it. Everyone encounters setbacks and challenges, but the disciplined individual rises above them, understanding that growth comes through overcoming adversity. Discipline is not about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about continuing to push forward even when it feels easier to give up. And in doing so, you begin to build not just habits, but character. The sacrifices discipline asks you to make aren't easy, but they are essential. You must choose again and again to put off short-term comforts for long-term rewards. This is not about denying yourself pleasure, but about choosing what's worth it. The pain of discipline is temporary, but the rewards are long-lasting. Every sacrifice you make today lays the groundwork for tomorrow's success. Discipline also builds resilience and mental fortitude. It strengthens your willpower, showing you that you are capable of far more than you initially thought. Every time you choose to act with discipline, you're affirming your ability to take control of your life and shape your destiny. You are not just going through the motions, you are becoming someone who is capable of achieving greatness. And the more you do this, the more you realize that the barriers that once seemed insurmountable are simply challenges waiting to be overcome. So, ladies and gentlemen, understand that discipline is not a constraint, it's the very thing that will set you free. It's not easy, and it's not always comfortable, but it is the path that leads to true self-mastery and success. By disciplining yourself, you gain the power to control your life, to grow, to create, and to achieve everything you are capable of. So take that first step, commit to it today. Discipline yourself, and everything else will follow. Discipline is not about being rigid or inflexible. It's about understanding that true freedom comes when you have the ability to control your actions and emotions in the face of chaos. It's about making a choice to act in ways that align with your long-term vision, rather than being swayed by short-term pleasures. Every small, disciplined action you take builds the foundation for greater freedom. You begin to realize that you are not a prisoner to your circumstances or impulses, you are in charge. Think about it. Discipline is what transforms you from someone who merely reacts to life into someone who proactively shapes it. When you cultivate the ability to discipline your mind and body, you are training yourself to withstand the inevitable challenges life will throw your way. The world is full of noise, but discipline allows you to drown out that noise and focus on what matters most. Without it, your energy is scattered, your time wasted, and your potential unrealized. But when you apply discipline to the areas of your life that need it most, whether it's your health, your relationships, or your work, you start to see the incredible impact it has on your progress. One of the key benefits of discipline is its power to create consistency. Success does not come from bursts of effort, but from sustained incremental progress. Most people give up too soon because they fail to see immediate results. But discipline teaches you that progress is not always visible right away. It is the commitment to daily action, even when the outcome is unclear, that will pay off in the long term. Whether it's sticking to a workout routine, writing every day, or focusing on your personal growth, it's consistency that compounds. It's the small habits repeated over time that shape who you become. This also means that discipline is not about avoiding pain, but learning how to endure and push through it. It is through the process of overcoming discomfort that you grow. It's in choosing to act in spite of fear, fatigue, or doubt that you build resilience. Every moment of discomfort is an opportunity to strengthen your willpower, to fortify your determination. And every time you show up, whether you feel like it or not, you build the confidence that you can handle whatever life throws your way. But discipline requires sacrifice. It demands that you give up things that may feel good in the short term, but hold you back from achieving something greater. It asks you to let go of the things that distract you from your true potential. This is not about self-deprivation for the sake of deprivation, but about redirecting your energy towards something that will ultimately bring you greater fulfillment. Sacrifices are never easy, but they are the price of creating something worth having. In the end, discipline is the gateway to a life of purpose and fulfillment. It is the bridge between who you are today and who you could become tomorrow. It allows you to unlock your potential, to achieve your goals, and to grow into the person you are meant to be. And while the road may not always be easy, the rewards are immeasurable. So choose discipline every day. Choose it when it's hard. Choose it when it's uncomfortable. Choose it when the world tries to pull you in 1,000 directions. Because when you discipline yourself, you unlock the power to shape your life in ways you never thought possible. Discipline is the quiet force that shapes your future, and it's the key to unlocking potential that most people never realize they have. It isn't about forcing yourself into a rigid set of rules or denying yourself all joy. It's about making conscious, intentional choices that align with your long-term goals, not just what feels good in the moment. The challenge lies in doing the right thing consistently, even when the immediate reward isn't apparent. And that's where the power of discipline truly lies. The beauty of discipline is that it gives you control over your life. Life can be chaotic, unpredictable, and often overwhelming. But when you learn to discipline yourself, you develop the ability to manage your response to all of it. You stop waiting for motivation to hit you like a lightning bolt and instead make the decision to act, regardless of how you feel in the moment. This kind of self-mastery is essential if you want to break free from the cycle of procrastination and wishful thinking. Every time you choose to act, you reinforce your own strength and prove to yourself that you have the power to make things happen. Another powerful aspect of discipline is its role in cultivating resilience. Life will inevitably present you with challenges, moments of failure, obstacles, and setbacks, but when you practice discipline, you learn to face these difficulties head on. Instead of being discouraged by adversity, discipline helps you see these moments as opportunities for growth. It is through the repeated act of showing up, regardless of circumstances, that you build the mental toughness necessary for true success. Discipline demands sacrifices, often small, daily ones, but these sacrifices compound over time. Every choice you make to stay focused, to avoid distractions, to push past discomfort is an investment in a future that you'll be proud of. And over time, as you continue to discipline yourself, the rewards begin to reveal themselves. Stronger habits, clearer focus, and ultimately a life that is defined by purpose and achievement. Discipline is not a punishment, nor is it a concept reserved only for those who are naturally driven or exceptionally strong. It is a skill one that anyone can develop and refine, regardless of their starting point. The most powerful thing about discipline is its ability to transform your potential into tangible results. It's the silent force that drives you to take action even when distractions pull at you, even when your emotions try to tell you to quit, and even when it feels easier to settle for less than what you know you are capable of achieving. The essence of discipline lies in its ability to impose order on chaos. When we act without discipline, we fall victim to the forces around us, whether it's procrastination, doubt, or the constant lure of immediate gratification. However, when we choose discipline, we put ourselves in the driver's seat. It's a conscious decision to act with intention, to organize our time and resources in a way that leads us toward our goals, no matter how far away those goals may seem. Every small action you take in alignment with your highest values is a step toward a future that reflects what we put in today. Discipline is also a powerful tool for growth because it encourages you to push past the limits you believe you have. The comfort zone is where dreams go to die. Discipline forces you to break through that barrier, to challenge yourself beyond what you think is possible. It teaches you to manage discomfort, to face your weaknesses, and to stay the course even when things get hard. This is where real growth happens, not in easy, feel-good moments, but in the moments where you choose to do what's right, even when it's difficult. Every time you act with discipline, you're telling yourself, I am in control of my life. I am capable of creating the future I want. And over time, that belief becomes stronger. The more you discipline yourself, the more you realize that the obstacles you once saw as insurmountable are simply challenges waiting to be overcome. Discipline transforms not only your habits, but your identity, and it shapes you into someone capable of achieving greatness. Discipline is the bridge between intention and action, between the dream of who you could be and the reality of who you are becoming. The truth is, all of us have grand aspirations at some point in our lives. We all have moments where we envision success, greatness, and fulfillment. But vision alone is never enough. It's discipline that allows us to transform that vision into something tangible. Without discipline, even the most brilliant ideas will remain unrealized, and the most heartfelt dreams will fade into nothingness. When you choose to discipline yourself, you choose to invest in yourself, in your future. Discipline isn't about some external force controlling you. It's about cultivating the inner strength to do what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. It's about developing the self-control to delay instant gratification for a greater purpose. If you can consistently make the decision to do what matters, even when distractions beckon, you are already ahead of the majority. It's the small, seemingly insignificant choices repeated over time that create momentum and turn your efforts into real achievements. Discipline isn't just about getting things done, it's about prioritizing what's truly important. The world is full of noise and demands that pull us in many different directions, but discipline allows you to stay focused on the things that align with your deepest values and goals. It's about knowing what is worth your time and energy and making the deliberate choice to invest in those areas. Without discipline, it's far too easy to chase after the next shiny thing or give in to every distraction. But discipline doesn't just give you focus, it builds resilience. It teaches you how to show up for yourself, especially when life gets tough. The road is rarely smooth, but discipline is what helps you weather the storms and push forward when the going gets hard. It helps you bounce back from setbacks, learning that failure is not the end, but an opportunity to grow stronger. Ultimately, discipline is about taking responsibility for your own life. It is the act of creating the future you want by choosing to act in ways that serve you, even when it's hard. With each disciplined action, you shape the life that reflects your true potential. So embrace discipline not as a task, but as a commitment to yourself and to the person you want to become. The power to change, to grow, and to succeed is within your grasp, and it begins with the decision to discipline yourself. As we close today, I want you to reflect on the power of discipline. It's not a fleeting burst of effort or an abstract concept reserved for the exceptional. Discipline is something available to each and every one of us. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. It's about the quiet, everyday choices that we make, no matter how small, that compound over time and define the course of our lives. You are capable of far more than you realize, but it all starts with the decision to take control of your actions and to discipline yourself. The road to success, to fulfillment, and to becoming the person you are meant to be is built on the foundation of daily intentional effort. Every moment you choose discipline over comfort, you are choosing your future. Every time you show up, even when it's hard, you are shaping the person you will become. The distractions, the temptations, the easy paths, they'll always be there, waiting to pull you off track. But remember this, it's discipline that will guide you through the noise. It's discipline that will carry you when motivation fades and when obstacles seem insurmountable. It's discipline that will help you rise when you stumble. And it's discipline that will keep you focused on what truly matters. So take this truth with you. Discipline is not something you do just for today, but something you build for your future. It is the greatest gift you can give to yourself. Choose it, cultivate it, and watch as it transforms your life. Thank you.